Alright, hey, what is up YouTube? Kyo here, coming at you with a brand new YouTube video. And in this video we are going to be looking at another Protoss versus Terran between the STC and myself. And this time we're going to be playing on Catalina. This is a pretty interesting map for Protoss versus Terran. It's got a lot of space where you can blink in, but also a lot of area space behind the bases where you can use oracles. And this game's going to be a little bit different from the previous game I showed between us. This game was actually played prior to the mech game, so we were still trying out a few different styles. And originally I had sent this replay to Husky, but it seems like he's been a little bit busy recently, so he hasn't really gone over any of the games that I've sent him yet. There is one more game in this series that I think should be casted, probably the best one of them. And there's another one that features mech, and I go Sky Toss as well. That's a pretty interesting game. Here we see that I was actually talking about the proposed balance change from David Kim on adding a new unit that phases in and out. We'll add some early game harassment options for Protoss, but they really haven't released any information about that yet. And I guess speaking a little bit about Legacy of the Void, actually I have, if you've not really been following my stream or Twitter, I think I'm going to actually stop all of my Heart of the Swarm content production on my stream. And the reason for that is just that I'm not really enjoying the game anymore. I really think that they messed up with the maps this season for Protoss. It's just not enjoyable to play, and I'm looking at doing some other things in the meantime, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be stopping YouTube production, content production. I definitely want to still make a lot of videos on Legacy of the Void, so I've still got these replays I want to cast over, give you guys some new content, and also as soon as I get Legacy of the Void access, beta access, I'll definitely be making a ton of videos and streaming all of that content as well. More than likely, I'll be streaming Skyforge, which is an upcoming MMO that'll be hopefully releasing soon. And so that's more than likely where my stream will be going and what will be happening with content production. As I mentioned there with the STC, I think players like Bisu, I'm not sure if you guys know who Kingdom is. He's actually a really old player right around Boxer's time, who was said to basically more or less have the multitasking of Bisu for his era. So I was basically just mentioning how I think those kind of players will be very good in Legacy of the Void. STC, playing a few games with me at this point, probably agrees with that. And here we can see we have a Stargate going down. I showed a couple games already on my YouTube channel. We have a Herc coming out from the STC. He's got a Reaper, another Herc, and a Marine getting his gas up really quick. But we've seen that I've been using oracles pretty effectively. That Stasis Ward is really good on mineral lines. And we also see an early Forge, 519, that's actually really fast. Going to be getting some early game upgrades. And here we're going to be seeing something pretty interesting from the STC. It's going to be moving over here with two Hercs and a Reaper. Boosts up with the Reaper, and he can actually boost up his Hercs. Run inside the base. I told him about this the game before. But I told him to do it on King Sejong's station. The King Sejong. And he did it on this map. I think it's a bit easier to defend on this map. So Turk's not really doing too much damage, getting 3 worker kills, 4 total. So I was kind of making a joke here. I told him to do it, and then he did it, and he only got a few kills. Have a Reaper or a Oracle moving in here. You can see the STC moving up to Starport, getting his extra barracks. Stim already has Some turrets down. Stasis Ward not really getting much. The good thing about it though is that it takes up about a third of a mule's lifetime, so the efficiency of the mules decreased by quite a bit. Still have this Mothership Corps patrolling over here. And we see a Twilight Council and a Robotics coming up here with a few extra gateways. So we're just doing some light harassment with our oracles while getting up our tech and production facilities behind it. Moving in here with another oracle. The interesting thing is that you can kill the Stasis Ward. It is actually only has 20 health, which I think is something I've mentioned I think is quite low. I also think that you should be able to turn off the auto casting while you're placing it. We saw the STC try and kill it there. It got down to about 6 health, but didn't quite get it. Right now, in terms of worker count, looks like we have 46 to 48, and I'm taking a third base about the same time as the STC, moving in with another oracle. The really interesting thing with the oracles is that now you don't only have the Stasis Ward ability, but you can also be really annoying with the Pulsar Beam as well. So you can jump in here, get a couple kills if you see some easy kill opportunity, or you can go ahead and use that Stasis Ward. So the versatility of the Oracle in terms of attacking has gone up, but in terms of defending with the detection, it seems to have gone down. As I mentioned in my Protoss versus Protoss video, I think the Oracle being only able to detect a unit once with Revelation, though the cost has gone down, is quite worse. We see here that I have an observer seeing these medevacs. And it's worse because if someone goes DTs and you only reveal one, but then they warp in a second DT, then all of a sudden you're in a pretty bad situation in something like Protoss versus Protoss. So we can see here we're already on +2 armor, getting speed. Killing those medevacs is really big. Or one of those medevacs, the full one. And we're going to be going up to Disruptors here. So we're going to have a Speed Zealot, a lot of armor and Disruptors to be our AoE. We see we have a lot of observers out on the map. Right now we have very good map detection. So while you're waiting for your Disruptors to build, you can go ahead and build 3 or 4 observers. And you've also got your oracles out on the map. So with this playstyle, you can be all over the map, doing all kinds of things at once. Kind of pushing your enemy to be multitasking a lot. But at the same time, you're also building up a ton of army in the background, making sure you're macroing well, getting Storm as well. See the STC is moving out here, taking his third base as well. And of course he wants to be expanding towards me because that puts on more pressure with bio. You can see that his Hercs have the upgrade so that they do splash damage to nearby units. And in terms of army value is actually pretty similar with the STC a little bit in the lead. A lot of the value is in medevacs though. We have a lot more value in AoE units. So you can see here the Hercs jumping onto the army, getting our first splash with the Disruptors. And we can see that our Zealots, well, they're getting splashed down a little bit by those Hercs. Seems like we had a little bit too many for the Hercs to really be effective. He kind of jumped them into a surround, which is not very effective. And we actually had an Oracle come over here, I think, and do some damage. So again, we're just building up these Disruptors, adding on a lot of Zealots. We see that we're already up to 9 gateways, so that's really good production. Adding 3 more here. And we're going out to push here. He lost a lot of his Hercs, and he didn't really trade cost effectively versus the number of Zealots I had, and I did not lose any of my Disruptors, so I thought it would be Good timing to go ahead and push here with +3 armor and our Archons that are coming in. So we're going to have a really strong army. Taking a 4th base. And we actually lost our other Oracle here, which is unfortunate because at this point in the game, when you have Disruptors and Charge Lots and Archons, having a Stasis Ward to trap his army and fight part of it would be incredibly strong. Basically, it's just like how you would stasis units in Brood War, sending in one Disruptor at a time, microing that one back, sending in another Disruptor. And so if you would only fight part of his army with the Stasis Ward, then it becomes a lot easier to trade cost effectively. We see here that these Disruptors are just trying to get some good trades, moving them in one at a time, so my Zealots, Archons, and Stalkers in the background are doing some good damage, while the Disruptors force the rest of the Bio army to kite back. And we can see here that with the +3 Zealots versus Bio fighting on this ramp, and with the Disruptors making him micro his army back, you can even see that we were going to produce another Oracle for that Stasis Ward that I was talking about. Getting our upgrades that fighting on areas where it's very easy for Zealots to get surrounded, or to surround Bio army, it's pretty tough for Terran to kind of engage this army. This is the game before I decided to, you know, cue the STC on that maybe you should be going mech. I think it's a lot stronger versus Protoss, especially with these Disruptors. We see this one has 20 kills alone, Archon 11 kills. So this Zealot Archon Disruptor army I think is going to be something that is very prevalent in the Protoss versus Terran matchup. We see that Storm is behind this also. And I actually think once you get up to about 4 or 5 Disruptors, it's actually smart to go ahead and add in Colossus. And it might even be better to do it with getting the two Colossus first. So you get 2 Colossus with their Thermal Lance and then go into Disruptor. And I think this is just better because it protects against certain timing attacks from Terran. And you don't have to worry about Disruptors missing one AoE attack and then just dying. In early game, it's pretty easy to split, and we saw that in the game where I played against Sonic. If Terran players splitting well, they can definitely make the Disruptor rather useless in the early game. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It showed off a different playstyle for Protoss that wasn't really shown yet, and it was another great game between the STC and myself. As I said, I definitely have 2 or 3 more replays that I think would be great for casting, so hopefully either Husky will get on those, or if not, in the next couple of days, then I'll just go ahead and cast them myself. And thank you guys again for all of the great support you guys have been doing on my YouTube channel. As I mentioned about the streaming, it's going to be changing up a little bit, but I really do appreciate all of the support on YouTube. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe the video. And if you really want to help out, you can go ahead and check out PayPal donations or check out stream donations. And if you really want to be awesome, you can go ahead and order something from Amazon through my affiliate link. And while I don't get as much money from that, you get something awesome in return. So that's what I'm all about with this channel. I want to just provide you guys with great content and give you guys anything I can. And if you think I'm deserving of something, then go ahead and feel free to hit up those affiliate links or donations. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.